good evening, ducky loves, or should I say good morning or good afternoon, because you might be watching this video at a different time of day, but if you are watching it on Friday the 17th of April at 8 p.m, then good evening. I am in my pyjamas because in real time it's 6:45 in the morning and I have so much fudge to make today. So I've got up early and I've got cracking. I've got the sofa arriving, so I can't go and have a shower because that's arriving from 7. So I'm just in my pyjamas, loves. So today, I hope you've all had a nice week. I've had an amazing week. I've released my new song, Save Yourself, which really means a lot to me, and it's had a big reaction, which is amazing. Work's been busy, but as always, the fudge making is also keeping me really busy. I've got a stall pop-up book signing in Leon the Solent, the bookshop, next Saturday, the 25th of April. So I'm now making fudge for the stall. So today I thought I would show you how to make one of my new fudges, which isn't in either of the recipe books. It's called Love You More, and it's a condensed milk fudge. So as always, start with a tin of condensed milk. This is a Morrison's one, so they're more expensive, but you get the ring pull, which just makes your life easier. So make sure you empty that whole tin of condensed milk in there. And then I'm going to add 500 milligrams. Who am I? I'm not at work now. 500 grams of white chocolate. If you like making fudge, by the way, you might know I've got 2 books out on Amazon which you can buy. The first one, Book of Fudge. Second one just come out called Absolutely Fudgeulous. Between the two of them, you've got over 100 different fudge recipes there. All straightforward, easy to follow, very tasty. And I absolutely loved writing those books. You never know, loves, there might be a third one because I've already written a load of new recipes since the book came out. So yeah, 500 grams of white chocolate, and it really doesn't matter what white chocolate you use. I normally use Morrison's because I've got a Morrison's next door to where I live. But use whatever you like, loves. As always, I'm going to clean up as I go. So I'm just going to chuck this in the bin. So then the next magic ingredient for this one is pistachio cream. So Love You More has got pistachio cream, chopped pistachios, and it's got raspberry crumbles. But at this stage, we add 30 grams of pistachio cream. I use Pisty spreadable pistachio cream, and it's quite expensive, comes in a glass jar. I think this was about £13, but the quality and the flavour is second to none. And sometimes it's worth spending a bit extra on the ingredients to get the maximum taste. So that one is worth it. So add your 30 grams of your pistachio cream in. So pistachio cream, white chocolate, condensed milk, and then it goes in the microwave, 800 watt microwave for 2 minutes. if your microwave is more in wattage, it's a higher wattage, do 1 minute and then stir. For 800 watts, you can do 2 minutes. Now the next thing you're going to need is 30 grams of pistachios. So these are pistachio kernels from Morrison's, so they don't have the shell on them, because nobody's got time for that, loves. I certainly haven't. So they've already been peeled, and also they're not salted. Beautiful green colour. While you are waiting on your fudge to melt, chop up your pistachio kernels, 30 grams worth. Chop it up really fine, because these are going to be used to sprinkle over the top at the end. So now your fudge is ready to have a stir. Stir with a wooden spoon. Be careful when you're stirring. See, absolutely beautiful. Starts that green colour. I love the green colour of pistachios. I love green, it's a very grounding colour. But the colour of pistachio cream makes this fudge, this just a beautiful shade of green, because obviously it's mixed with the lovely white chocolate. So it makes this beautiful pale green pistachio colour. Be careful when you're stirring that you don't get yourself with the chocolate, because it's already boiling. Give it a good stir. Already smells amazing. That pistachio cream is to die for. Give it a good stir. And then whack it back in for 2 minutes. Or like I say, if your microwave is higher wattage, just do 1 minute intervals. So then go back to chopping your pistachios, because you want them really fine. As you know by now, if you watch my videos, I use a cleaver because it just makes chopping really easy. There we go, I'm happy with that. So then the next thing you need to do is to weigh your raspberry crumbles. So these are freeze dried. I get these off of Amazon, and basically they just pack a punch. They're bursts of raspberry. So they will, smells amazing. They'll cut through that creaminess. So you'll have the creamy nuttiness of the fudge, you'll have the crunch of the pistachios on top, and you'll have the zing of the raspberries. Now you want 30 grams of these. that's the last of that pack. So basically I've just used up what I had left. But you want 30 grams, so it looks about that much. They're tiny, tiny little bits of raspberry. Tiny little grains of raspberry, but they just give it that zingy pop. And also green and pink. Oh, just looks absolutely beautiful. So give your fudge a stir. Make sure you get them right to the bottom there. And make sure that all of that white chocolate has properly melted. If it hasn't, you can put it back in for another minute and it won't burn. But I find 4 minutes is perfect when using white chocolate. So then what you do is you add your raspberry in. And then you give it a good stir. Just looks so beautiful, these colours together. And then you get your tin ready. So I use a 9-inch fudge tin and I line it with baking paper before I pour the fudge in, because otherwise you won't get that fudge out. And I roll the baking paper across the top, get a sharp pair of scissors and cut round the outside edge. Then I get one of my tins and sit it in there until I'm ready to use it. So it's flat, which just makes your life easier when you're pouring the fudge in. So pour that delicious pistachio and raspberry white chocolate fudge in. That colour is honestly so beautiful. If you didn't want to add the pistachios at the end, you don't have to. Already looks and would taste amazing. But for me, that's what it looks like currently. For me, just that green pistachio on the top just makes the whole thing pop. Make sure you do a really good sprinkling over the whole of the fudge, because you want the flavour right up to the edge of the fudge. You want the pistachio right up to the edge. It's like when you make a sandwich, you want the flavour right up to the edge. Get maximum flavour. I love the smell of these pistachios as well. So that really is a good sprinkle of pistachios. You could do less, you could do 20 grams of pistachios, 15. But I like to give it a good coating, so I do 30. And then what I do is I go across the top of the whole fudge and gently push it down with the back of a tablespoon, so that then when I go to chop the fudge, all the pistachios don't fall off. That looks pretty perfect to me, loves. So there you have it. Love you more, kiss kiss. Pistachio, white chocolate and raspberry condensed milk fudge. I'll come back in a couple of hours and show you what it looks like. Oh, hi you ducky loves. So it's a couple of hours later and I am back with lovely Ma, all set and all ready to be chopped. I hope you enjoyed making this recipe with me. If you like making recipes, then why not buy a copy of one of my fudge recipe books, which you can find in the link below the video. All royalties from all books are donated to local charities and causes as part of one box of fudge. Have a nice weekend, ducky loves. Loads of love.